Abolishing the use of tobacco products. E-cigs are an electronic cigarette for short. It's a battery-powered device that is filled with liquid nicotine for when heat is applied, then dissolved into water, and it is called a vapor. How it works is that you take a puff from the end of the e-cigarette tube, and the battery heats up the nicotine, which when done becomes a vapor that is inhaled into the lungs. In doing this, it's supposed to create a sensation of smoking in the mouth and in the lungs without having the harm of smoking. Another term people call it is vaping. The Addiction Journal states that researchers from the University College of London estimates that the use of e-cigarettes produced 16,000 to 22,000 additional long-term quitters in England. A long-term quitter is someone who has not smoked for at least 1 year. As in, the research just provided already shows that e-cigarettes are helping people to quit the use of tobacco products. Most people use these to slowly get off the need of having nicotine. What's so significant about these devices is that you can choose how much % of nicotine is in the liquid that is used to put in it. So what most people do to start with e-cigarettes to help stop smoking is only use 1.1% of their nicotine in the liquid. Once they feel more comfortable, they will go down in percentages in the liquids as much as they please until they feel like they don't have that need for nicotine. Most people think that electronic cigarettes are more expensive than a regular pack of cigarettes, but it's really not. According to the NerdWallet, disposable e-cigarettes will only take an average of $1,000 per year, and if you're a pack-a-day smoker, considerably less than $2,000 a year. Electronic cigarettes are helping people quit and saving them money while they're doing it. Researchers estimate that 1.7 billion pounds of cigarette butts accumulate in lakes and oceans and on the beaches and the rest of the planet every year. Discarded cigarette butts and filters contain the same dangerous chemicals contained in a cigarette, including carcinogens and other poisons. Also, whenever people will smoke outside, it's even more dangerous for the environment because people don't throw away their cigarette butts and throw them in the ground or the water. The cigarette filters found in stomachs of fish and birds, and they mistake them for food. Experts say that cigarette butts rank at the very top of their litter problems, not just because they are everywhere, but because they are toxic and non-biodegradable. It can even be adults who smoke at or near backyards, parks, or playgrounds. And then curious babies and toddlers pick up their butts and put them in their mouths. Whenever they are doing this, they are ingesting chemicals such as cadmium, lead, and arsenic. If people start using e-cigarettes, then it would eliminate the amount of litter in the environment. If you switch to using e-cigarettes, then smoking tobacco products, you could also reduce the odor. Cigarette smoke gets in just about anything you come into contact with: hair, clothes, your car, anything. Not only does the odor cling, many consider cigarette smell offensive and avoid close contact. One reason why smoking tobacco smells bad is because you're burning tar chemicals and also the tobacco itself. When using e-cigarettes, they have different flavors that make it not have an awful odor. Also, whenever using e-cigarettes, they are most likely allowed in more public places, unlike the actual tobacco products. When you're smoking tobacco products instead of using electronic cigarettes, you are also doing so many harmful things to your body. Cigarettes contain about 600 ingredients, and when they burn, they generate more than 7,000 chemicals, according to the American Lung Association. Many of those chemicals are poisonous, and at least 69 of them can cause cancer. Smokers are at great risk of developing oral mouth problems. Tobacco use can cause gum inflammation or infection. These problems can lead to tooth decay, tooth loss, and bad breath. Smoking also depresses appetite, so you may not be getting all the nutrients your body needs. Withdrawal from tobacco products can cause nausea. The substances in tobacco smoke can actually change the structure of your skin. It can cause skin discoloration, wrinkles, and premature aging. And using these electronic cigarettes, it's helping people to quit smoking tobacco, helping the environment, and the safety of infants and children. And they are less harmful than tobacco products so far. Hopefully more people will see that these electronic cigarettes are actually here to help people stop the use of tobacco. And I have a picture here of here's a healthy lung, and here's a smoker's lung. It looks pretty rough. But yeah, so if you smoke tobacco, this is what your lung will look like.